How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. I know that I did not post yesterday, but the reason being is because my son was born on Sunday. So Sunday at 10:30 at night, we were there in the hospital. He was born, and it's been a long weekend. It's been a long weekend for me. I didn't get to sleep at all yesterday. It was rough, and then yeah, I traded today, made some mistakes. I'm not, I'm trying to be completely transparent. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever felt the urge to trade, right? Like that you just force a setup, and I feel like that's what I did today. So I'm just gonna jump right into the trade. I took two trades, lost the first one, and then won the second one. If I would have risked what I was supposed to risk, I would have been sitting at 1% profit right now, but I'm sitting at $800 profit. So we're at 6.8% up on the account as of today, Tuesday. So I know that there was news at 8:30. I slept in. I was tired, so I got on the charts at I believe it was like around 9:40 or whatever it was. But we'll play through and I'll run you through what was going on in my head, and you'll see the mistakes that I made. Right. So we're gonna mark out the high, and we're gonna mark out the low between 12 a.m. to 8:30, and then let's just play this forward. Let's drop down to the minute chart, and then let's play this forward. So we take out the low, right? So I got on the chart somewhere. Did I get on the charts here? No, negative. I was still sleeping. Here we go. 9:40, I believe it was when I put in my first trade. Right here. This is where I got on the chart. Now, I should have waited longer. I should have known better, especially after, Intraday Zay, which follows channel guys, made a comment about how when there's news at 8:30, let it do what it does, right? And start taking a look at the charts more towards 10 o'clock. And I was just eager to get in a trade today because I didn't get to trade yesterday, even though there was no valid setups. And I don't know if you guys ever felt that, but like that urge to trade, right? Which honestly, it's not a good thing, right? It's really not, because then you kind of avoid sticking to your plan. Even though I did take out the lows, right? You could say that. Let me see. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So taking a look at the structure, there is, I guess you could call it a change of character, but overall, I should have been looking for like a close above this candle, or honestly this one, for it to be valid. Um, but again, I'm not gonna lie, I want to be completely transparent with you guys, and I would have been transparent even if it went, hit TP. But this was my losing trade, right? So I didn't even wait for a full pullback um, to the 61.8. If you pull up the fib, if I at least would have done that, Jesus. Let's see. Here's my fib. I would have had a better chances of getting out if I wanted to, but I didn't. I wanted to ride this through and see what will happen. So regardless, it never went. If you got in here, 1 to 2 is, or 2 to 1 or whatever it is, it's up here. And then I got in at the fair value gap long position here, somewhere around there, right? So playing price forward almost stopped me out, and then automatically stops me out. Well, no, yes, I automatically got stopped out. I'm sorry. So regardless, either way, it just never, right? wasn't the right trade at all. Um, I was eager to trade. The only thing is, I only risked 0.5%, so I lost $500 in this trade, right? So ultimately, looking at this, what I should have done was been a little more cautious because it was 9:30. Maybe looked at the 5 minute, because if I would have noticed on the 5 minute, there was no change of character, nothing. Typically, when your 1 minute lines up with your 5 minute, it's great, right? Like that's those trades usually hit TP, right? Or at least you're gonna get sub movement. Um, but it didn't, right? At all. I should have looked at the 5 minute. I was just really eager to trade, guys. Honestly, I just wanted to trade and I wanted to pass this thing, and unfortunately, I got into a trade that lost, and losses happen, right? And things like this happen. We're only human, so the fact that I was super tired, woke up, and just came downstairs and kind of just forced myself into a trade was not the right decision at all. Playing price forward on the 5 minute, I started looking, and oops, let's go back. So at this break of structure, right? So right here you have a typical reverse pattern, right? And then you have a break of structure above these highs. So I started looking to get into a trade, and I got in at the fair value gap. Price forward. So I got in long position here, stops below, and then targeted a 1 to 2, right? So this is my second day of the trade. Now I can't mark this up as a winner on my 1 minute chart whatsoever. For the 5 minute, I can, just because if you look at the 1 minute, we never took out. So this liquidity that took this liquidity out, we should have broken this high here, right? For it to be considered a change in character. But you want a, you know, displacement. You want like a large push to the upside, which we really didn't get. Um, so maybe I would have gone in on the 1 minute, but it wouldn't be sticking to my strategy 100%. And I was honestly upset about the loss earlier, and I saw that 5 minute setup, and I know that at least the 5 minute I have a higher win rate, so I took the trade. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't want to sit there and be like, oh hey, my account's at 6.8%, and not give you guys a valid explanation on what happened, right? Um, so playing price forward, again, it was 0.5% risk. I got tagged into the trade. I didn't risk a full percent, right? So basically, at there we go. Once we hit full TP, I took off. I took off 75%. So I closed in profit, $750, and then I left a 1/4% running, right? So that 1/4% where I should have closed out at $250, it ended up going all the way up and making me an extra $500. So I was able to close overall with close to $800 in profit. So almost 1%. And that's pretty much it, guys. I kind of let my emotions get the best of me as far as like, you know, that FOMO, right? That fear of missing out, and that was pretty much it. I I blame myself, right? But overall, I still had a positive day. I definitely had a positive weekend. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the update on the account. So right now, my phase, what the retry, my phase one is sitting at $6,800 positive. This is day 2 into week 2, and my phase 2 is sitting at $1,700 positive, and we still got another shoot. Like this is the 6th week. Well, we got 6 weeks left, so I just need to make, what is that, 3, no, 4, 5. So I just need to make $3,300 more. So 2 solid trades. If I hit TP, I'll pass my phase 2. And on my phase one, again, I just need another 2 and 2 is 4. Yeah, another 2 trades. So 2 trades on each one to pretty much pass phase one, and then um, pass my phase two. Obviously, 2 wins. Might not play out that way, and that's another thing, guys. I don't know if you ever get in your head. I get into my head way too often, right? And it's kind of hard for me not to, especially after losses. And I was really thinking about it. If you guys remember my back test video, the first 3 months, wins and losses, right? If I would have traded that strategy and taken all the trades, I would have been positive like 55 grand, right? If I risked $1,000 per trade, or 55%, I guess you could say, whatever it is. That means I could have taken. This is what I need to get through my head. Like I could take another. Like for me to lose that money, I would have to have 55 losses in a row, right? Like for me to lose all that profit, I will have to lose 55 times in a row, and and it doesn't happen, right? The strategy has a win rate. The strategy has, um, you know, the risk to reward that right now has been working, and I just have to have faith in that and stick to that, and I know that I'm going to pass these things. But anyways, thank you again, guys. Thank you for watching the videos, and thank you for all the new followers and all the new comments. I really appreciate it. I do sit there and read every single one of them, and I take everybody's advice to heart. So I don't want you thinking that I don't. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video.